Hi everyone. Welcome back to Learn English in Story. I'm Sophie, and today's story is called The Secret Note. After his first week at Sunrise High, David has started to feel more comfortable. He's made a few friends, learned to speak up in class, and even joined a group project. But something unexpected is about to happen, something that will test his heart more than his confidence. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Your support helps me bring you more inspiring stories unconditionally. It was a quiet Monday morning. The air felt cool, and the hallway buzzed softly as students hurried to class. David opened his locker, but something stopped him. Inside, between his books and notebook, was a small folded piece of paper. He looked around. No one was near. Curious, he opened it slowly. The handwriting was neat and careful. It read, "Thank you for being kind when others didn't notice. You made this school a little brighter." No name. No clue. Just that. David blinked in surprise. "What? Who could have written this?" he whispered. He slipped the note into his pocket and smiled slightly, though 1,000 questions filled his mind. At lunch, David sat with Jake and me. He seemed quieter than usual. "Hey, you okay?" I asked. He hesitated, then pulled the note from his pocket and showed it to us. Jake whistled. "Whoa! A secret admirer already?" David blushed. "No. It's not like that. I just don't understand why someone would write this." I smiled softly. "Maybe because you're kind, David. Maybe someone noticed when you helped them, even in a small way." He looked thoughtful. "But who?" That mystery stayed in his head for the rest of the day. The next day, it rained, not just a drizzle, but a steady curtain of silver water. Most students stayed indoors, talking and laughing in groups. David sat by the window, watching raindrops slide down the glass. He pulled out the note again, reading it for what felt like the 10th time. For some reason, it made him feel calm. The words were simple but warm, almost like a reminder that he mattered. I sat beside him quietly. "You've been thinking about that note a lot," I said. He nodded. "Yeah, it's strange, but it makes me feel seen." I smiled. "Sometimes people say thank you in quiet ways, David. Maybe you helped someone when you didn't even realize it." He thought for a moment, and then remembered. A week earlier, David had stayed late after class. A girl had dropped her books, papers scattering everywhere. Most students had just walked past. But David had helped her gather them up. She had looked nervous, maybe new, and whispered, "Thank you," before hurrying away. Her name, he tried to recall. Lila. Could it be her? He didn't say it out loud, but something inside him felt sure. That afternoon, we went to the library together to work on our English homework. The library was quiet, just the soft turning of pages and rain tapping on the roof. Then David noticed her, Lila, sitting alone at a corner table, reading. "Go talk to her," I whispered. He froze. "What if I'm wrong?" "Then you'll still make a friend," I said, smiling. He took a deep breath, stood up, and walked toward her. "Hey," he said gently. You dropped your books last week. I helped you pick them up, remember? She looked up, eyes bright. Oh. Yes, I remember. You were really kind. There was a pause, a shy, soft silence. David hesitated, then added quietly. I found a note in my locker. It said, "Thank you for being kind." Was that you? Her face turned slightly pink. She nodded. I just wanted to say thank you, she said softly. You were the only one who stopped to help me that day. I didn't know how else to tell you. David smiled, that same warm smile from his first day. Well, thank you. That note made my whole week better, he said. They both laughed a little, shy, but real. From that day on, David and Lila often sat together during breaks. They discovered they both loved reading, sketching, and quiet afternoons. Later that week, as the sun set over the schoolyard, David and I sat on the same bench where he'd once said, "Today was hard, but I made it." He held the note again, now neatly folded in his journal. I think I understand now, he said. It's not just about who wrote it. It's about kindness, how small things matter more than we think. I nodded. Exactly. Kindness is like a note, you never know how far it travels. He smiled, looking out at the golden sky. That day, David didn't just make another friend, he learned that being kind can change someone's world, even in silence. Moral of the story. A single act of kindness can echo far beyond the moment it happens. Even silent gratitude has power. Thank you for listening to The Secret Note. What would you do if you found a secret note like David did? Share your answer in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the bell to never miss another emotional story here on Learn English in Story. See you next time for another episode of High School.